everybody. My name is Mars. You can call me MG if you would like. It is currently 10 p.m. on Friday, January 31st, and I am starting this vlog this late at night because I want to start reading my book and not wait until tomorrow. And the books that I will be starting February off are the books for this vlog. So here we are. I am going to be doing the part 2 of my Rebecca Ross author taste test vlog. So back in December, I want to say, November, December, I started 3 Rebecca Ross duologies to just give myself a little taste of her writing to see if I enjoy it. Spoiler alert, I love most of what I read that vlog. I will link it down below if you want to check it out before this one. So this was going to originally just be me finishing out those duologies, but if I'm being entirely honest, I think there's a high chance I'm going to DNF one of them because I didn't really love the first book, and the second one is over 500 pages long and not really necessary. The first one was a completely contained story. It didn't really need a sequel. So I don't know about that, but we're not going to read that one yet. Instead, we're going to add a book to this vlog, and it is still Rebecca Ross, so it's fine. It's one of her standalones, and it is Dreams Lie Beneath, which has this super shiny cover because this is a library book, so it's got that plastic on it, so you can't really see the cover, but it is beautiful. It's got this girl holding a book in a mirror with these plants growing over it. Absolutely stunning. I do hate how this has deckled edges. Deckled edges are my enemy, but dear friend Madison wanted to buddy read this, so it's me, her, Jess, and Zainab who are going to be reading it together at our own paces. We've got a group chat where we're going to spoiler warn for our updates so that people can open them when they get to the specific parts that they're at. So this is going to be my first read because I just DNF'd a book earlier today and I want to go on to a high note and not jump into another book that I think I'm going to DNF. So Dreams Lie Beneath it is. This is a chunky book. It is 477 pages, so quite thick, but I loved 2 of the 3 Rebecca Ross books that I have read so far and flew through them because I was enjoying them so much. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that this one fits the bill on that and I zoom through it the same way I did the other ones because I'm going to be loving it so much. So I don't really know what this is about. I didn't read the flap. The realm of Azinor has been cursed. Interesting. There's magic that brings nightmares to life. Clementine? The main character's name is Clementine. She's studying to be a magician to protect people from these nightmares. That's really fun. There's a centuries-old conflict that she gets drawn into. She seeks revenge. She ends up getting closer to this other magician, and secrets come to light. Oh, there's a rival involved. Okay, I'm super excited about this now. I mean, I was excited about it before, but I'm extra excited now that I've read this, and I like those buzzwords. It sounds very interesting. So I was going to start this tomorrow, but I didn't feel like waiting. Jess is currently streaming right now. Actually, we're in the middle of our second and final sprint. There's about 40 minutes left of it, and I think I'm going to watch YouTube during the rest of the sprint just to finish up the video that I started in the last sprint. But Katie Ann is doing a late night stream, if I can get through my words. So I think during her sprints, I'm gonna crack this bad boy open and get going on it. It is split into parts. So first of all, there's a map. Oh my god, I hate deckled edges so much. There's a map, which is stunning. And then part 1 is called Magic of Old. And so I love when books are split into parts, especially for vlogs, because it gives me the perfect timing to update you guys. So I will read part 1 and see when I've gone through that. Hello, friends. It is February 1st at 3 p.m., and I have my first update on Dreams Lie Beneath. I have finished part 1. It's about 115-ish pages, and I'm already hooked. It's so good. I've sent so many messages in the Buddy Read group chat, but like I just feel like I have to react to everything. It's just so good. Rebecca Ross is so good at like setting the vibe and the atmosphere, like, oh, amazing. And the characters, okay, so I guess I'll give you a bit of the premise now that I'm actually into it. So our main character is Clementine, and I can't get over that name, it's so funny, but she is the daughter of a magician, and she's studying to be a magician in her own right. She's his apprentice, and they live in a country, I guess, that's cursed, where every full moon people's nightmares come to life. And so there are wardens, which are magicians that fight the nightmares off. And her father is the warden of the town at the base of the mountains where the curse originated. So it's like especially bad there. And he is very ill, but it is the full moon, it's the new moon. The new moon is when the curse happens, but it feels a little bit weird to me because you think things usually happen on a full moon, but it's the new moon. So I'm probably gonna misspeak again about that, but it is the new moon when this happens. And so she's like, I'm kind of scared because my dad is sick, so I have to take on the brunt of this magic work, and I don't know if I can do it. And then to make matters worse, these two guys, these brothers, these magicians show up and are like, I'm gonna challenge you for the right to be the warden of this town. And big surprise, they win the challenge, and Clementine and her father are forced to leave. Clementine blames herself for them failing the challenge, which like is kind of her fault. There's a moment where like it's decided, like, you know, that, I mean, it's in the blurb, so obviously you know that they're gonna lose, but like the moment in the story where you know they're gonna lose, it says that she waited for something. And I feel like, yeah, because she's like actively waiting, then obviously she's gonna lose. I feel like if it had been like she hesitated, something involuntary, I would have been more okay with that scene. But like it's just one word, but it's really bothering me, this one verb choice, which is so nitpicky, but I'm giving you my thoughts, so I gotta be honest about it. But yeah, her and her dad leave, and they move in with her mom, who lives in like the capital city, and are trying to like just get normal jobs, I guess. And then she's like, no. Clementine is like, I'm going to get revenge, and she has some magic cast upon her in order to help her enact this revenge. And that is where this first part ends, is her having this magic cast on her, and she's like, this might actually work. I might be able to do this. So part 2 is called Heart of Stone, and I'm very excited to keep reading. When does part 2 end? I hate deckled edges so much. Part 2 ends on page 342, so like 250 pages? Did I do that correctly? I don't know. I can't do math. Yeah. I am very excited to continue. It's not 250 pages. It has to be less than that. 200? I don't know. I'm just gonna not pretend like I can do math and keep reading, because I really don't want to put this down. Like, genuinely, I'm so engrossed in this. I need to continue on. So that's what I'm gonna do. still the 1st. It is 10:15, and I'm now done with part 2 of Dreams Lie Beneath. I am 342 pages in. Oh my god, I've literally been reading all day. I mean, like, not all day, like, I took time to eat and use the bathroom and all that stuff. I also accidentally took a nap after dinner for, like, an hour. So, like, I haven't been reading literally every second of the day, but, like, I've been reading pretty much the whole day, as you can tell from the fact that I'm 340 pages into this. Holy cow, my friends, this is so good! Some choice excerpts from the messages that I sent to the group chat are screaming, crying, throwing up, kicking and giggling my feet, foaming at the mouth, I believe I said. You know, the usual. Like, I'm just having a great time with this. So I have like 130 pages left, I think. We already know I'm not good at math, so that could be off, but it's like 470 pages. 470 something. So like 130-ish. I very might what am I trying to say? I very well might stay up and finish this. That's what I was trying to say. Oh, it's just so good, you guys. I'm like, I don't even have words because I'm just like so entrenched in this story that I can't think. So, this isn't much of an update, but it's what I've got for you. This is a fantastic book, and I'm so glad that Madison wanted to buddy read it because, wow. Y'all, I am unwell right now. So I think I'm just going to get right back to reading, honestly. Like, what else am I supposed to do? Not continue reading this book? The twist that we just had. So I think it was at chapter 20 something. I had a theory and I put it in the chat, and it was a 2-part theory. And I was correct on the first part. Did not see the second part coming. My like thought on who the twist involved was way off base. Shocked. Like, I genuinely gasped out loud at the end of this part. So part 3 is called Mountain of Dreams. Oh my gosh, I truly don't know what's coming. I don't. But you know, it's gonna be fantastic. It has to be, or else I'm going to be devastated. So I'm going to get on this, and I guess I'll see you when I finish this book. Okay, I have to be a little quiet because it is 12:30 in the morning and my boyfriend has gone to bed, but I wanted to say that I have finished Dreams Lie Beneath. 10 out of 10. This book was amazing. I loved it so much. It was the perfect thing to read after DNFing my last book of January, so very glad that I picked this up. Still not a fan of the deckled edges, but that's fine. I'm gonna go to bed now because I'm so tired. I will come back tomorrow to introduce you to the second book of the vlog, so see you then. Hello friends, please excuse the wet hair. I just showered, but I wanted to hop on here real quickly because as you saw last night, I did in fact finish Dreams Lie Beneath. I read it all in one day. I feel like I'm in middle school again, absolutely thriving. Yeah, it was so good. I had a great time, and I cannot wait for Jess and Madison and Zainab to read and give their updates in the buddy read chat. I think that's what I was trying to say. I mean, this is a reread for Madison, so I guess her thoughts aren't going to be, I was gonna say quite as exciting, but they're still gonna be exciting, just different. Anyway, I just wanted to hop on here and tell you about the next book I'll be picking up, which unfortunately I'm not as excited for. The next book I'll be reading is The Queen's Resistance, which I will pop cover up here because I'm reading it as an ebook. This is the sequel to The Queen's Rising, which always reminds me, when I think of it, of that moment from Bob's Burgers where they said, if Jessica was a spice, she'd be flour. The Queen's Rising isn't a bad book. It's just very bland, in my opinion. This is my opinion. If you love that book, I'm so happy for you. I just felt like it didn't really do anything interesting, and it was very basic in its execution. Maybe? Is that what I'm trying to say? I guess so. But it does have a sequel for some reason, even though it ended very, neatly. So I will give it a shot, but if I DNF it, I'm not going to be super mad. I don't want to DNF it. I'm going to try and read it, but I'm also not going to force myself if I'm not feeling it. So I will be starting that at some point today. I do believe it is also split into parts. I think, as far as I'm aware, all of Rebecca Ross's books are split into parts, which make them perfect for vlogs, because then there's a, perfect breaking point to update you guys. So I'm going to see you when I have an update. Hello friends, it is about 2:15 in the afternoon, still on February 2nd, and I've got another update for you because I've already read part 1 of The Queen's Resistance. It was the first 10 chapters, and I was reading this while Jess was doing her wrap-up stream to go over all of the stuff that she didn't end up filming videos for at the end of 2024 because she was ill. And I mean, I was listening to her talk about all these books and stuff and going over her goals, but I was also reading at the same time, multitasking. But yeah, I read the first 10 chapters, and I will say I do think that I like how this isn't just from the main character from the first book's point of view. So the first book is entirely from Brianna's point of view, and she is this girl who has kind of lost her way. She doesn't really know what she wants until the story really kicks into gear and she finds a purpose, which isn't super believable in the first book. It's kind of just oh, she's going along with this, but it's also somehow her greatest life's passion. I don't know, it's a whole thing. But this book is alternating between her point of view and Cartier, who has 6 million other names, but he's the love interest. I do think his chapters are a little bit more interesting, if only because I think he as a character is a little bit more interesting than Brianna is. But I think that's a nice change to make for this. But this first part was kind of just rehashing everything that happened in the first book. So this starts off 3 days or so after the last book ended. So there's no time jump or anything, but so much of it is just the characters' internal monologues going over everything that happened in the first book, and I'm okay, sure, I guess that's a way to take up pages. No wonder this is almost 500 pages long. But there's a little bit of plotting and trying to figure out what's going on. So the first book, The Queen's Rising, there's this coup that happens, and they're trying to take back the kingdom from the evil guy who overthrew the original queen, and they're trying to get a queen back on the throne of this country because it's supposed to always have a queen and no king. This is a whole big thing. Go watch my original vlog if you want me to try to maybe explain it a little bit better. But this book, they are trying to quash the civil unrest after having this change of leadership, and it's interesting but not engaging, if that makes sense. Yeah, I want to see how this plays out, but I'm not fiending for it, I'm not invested in the story. So I do think I'm enjoying it a little bit more than for the first book so far, but I do have 75% more of the book to read. So I am going to go do some chores now. I got a lot to get done that I didn't get done yesterday. I meant to do a little bit of chores the whole weekend, and instead I've saved it all for today, and I'm streaming in 3.5 hours, so I gotta get it done. But I gotta wash dishes, mop the bathroom. The bath towels are in the wash. I have to switch those over to the dryer. yeah, so I'm gonna go do all that and then maybe pick up more reading tonight. I can say that at the very least, these first 10 chapters have been very fast paced, which I always appreciate in a book. I do not like a book that slogs. I like slower paced books. Like, they're definitely books that take their time to build up, but I don't want it to take too long. You know, like sometimes it just feels bloated and sloggy. This definitely isn't that. It's very fast paced, so that's good. Yeah, I'm gonna go do my chores and probably read a little bit later and see you at some point when I finished part 2. I believe there's 4 parts to this, so the end of part 2 should be the midpoint and a good updating spot. Okay, friends, the humming in the background and also this bright light to the side is because I have my big computer on because it is 5:45 and I will be streaming at the top of the hour, so I was getting ready for that. But I figured I would hop on and give you another update because I have in fact finished part 2 of The Queen's Resistance. Not only that, I finished part 3 because there's actually 5 parts, not 4 like I thought, so I figured, okay, I'll read the next 2, especially because I think they're only like 6 chapters each. Like, it was so fast. There were also shorter chapters in these 2 sections, so I estimate I'm about 65-ish%. I literally just did the math, but I forget the number. Somewhere in that range, percent through the book. And I don't have many updates. Like, I still feel the same way as I did after part 1, where I'm glad we have Cartier's POV added because I think he's a much more interesting character than Brianna. I am still not like super in love with the story. It's definitely a little bit more action-y than the first book, which I appreciate. The first book, I feel like there wasn't really any action until like the 3rd act, but here we are definitely having more going on. One complaint is that it feels like there's no grander buildup of tension. Like, there are tense things happening, but then they are immediately undercut, like the very next chapter, like, oh man, there's been a betrayal. Actually, no, it wasn't really a betrayal. It was just like the miscommunication or something. And then, oh no, something's happened to this person. Oh, actually, no, they're perfectly fine. It's okay. Like, come on. Like, you have to have bad things, permanent bad things happen to your characters. It kind of hurts to do it sometimes as a writer. It hurts to hurt my character sometimes, but like, that's what makes a story interesting, I think, is bad things happening to good people, which sounds awful to say outside of the context of stories, but like, I saw a quote once that said, characters are like geodes and you have to break them in order to see what's inside. And yeah, I think you do have to break your characters a little bit. And these characters, they've gone through terrible things, but it's all in the past. Like, this whole like crux of the matter happened 25 years previous. And yes, a lot of the characters are still dealing with that sort of thing, but like, our 2 POV characters, Brianna wasn't alive at that point. She has nothing to do with it. Oh, there's a plane going by and it's very loud. Then Cartier has no memories of it because he was a literal infant at that time. So, like, it feels like there's a slight removal from the main tension in the story, if that makes sense. And like, I just want more. I want to see these characters go through things and come out the other side stronger. And there's been moments, like I said, but it's always been undercut, like the next chapter, the next scene, the next part, whatever. Like, it doesn't build up to anything. It's just these little pockets of tension. So that would be my biggest complaint at this point. I am, however, definitely enjoying this more than I enjoyed the first book, which I'm so grateful for. I feel like the first book was like a 5 out of 10. Like, it was fine. It wasn't good, but it also wasn't bad. This one, I feel like I'm enjoying more than I'm not enjoying. So there is that. I don't know if I'm going to get any more reading done tonight. Probably not. Like I said, I'm going to be streaming at the top of the hour. And during my streams, I do my bullet journal stuff for the night. And then I'm probably just going to watch YouTube because the latest Secret Sleepover Society VOD has gone up. And it actually went up a couple of hours ago, but I was reading. I want to watch that, so that's probably going to be the rest of my night. Maybe I'll have some ice cream. I got some mint chocolate chip in the freezer. Oh, so excited. Yeah, I think I will save the rest of this book for tomorrow. I have like 15 chapters left, like not a lot at all. I'm probably going to like finish it up tomorrow morning and then I guess come back to talk to you about my final thoughts on it. Wow. It's only February 2nd. I did not expect to get this far into this vlog already. I thought this was going to be like a full week, but kind of zooming through these books. So interesting. But yeah, I'll see you when I finish The Queen's Resistance. Hello friends and happy Monday. It is so freaking cold in the office, as you can tell from the fact that I'm wearing my granny sweater. It is so warm, it's keeping me cozy. I also have a blanket in my lap and another blanket behind me in case I need to add it. It's so cold in here, but my laptop, okay train, thanks for interrupting me, rude. My laptop will not stay charged, and I'm a little bit worried, but I'm sure it's fine, right? Right? Anyway, I'm here to update you on the fact that I finished reading The Queen's Resistance, and this was definitely a step up from The Queen's Rising. It was not fantastic. There's still like a lot that I didn't love about it, but I enjoyed more than I disliked, which is great. I really loved the addition of Cartier's POV. I think that was a great move. And I am firmly of the opinion, spoiler alert, I guess, I'm firmly of the opinion that if your book ends with two people getting engaged, you need to write some short story or novella, like epilogue, to show them actually getting married. Because why? Why does it just end there? Like, I need more. I need to see that happen. I really like weddings and books, if you did not know. So, that's my opinion. I thought the book was fine. It was better than the first book in the duology, and that's about it. So, we now can move on to the next book, which is A Fire Endless, the sequel to A River Enchanted. And this one I am much more invested in because the ending of the first book, like, it destroyed me. Not as much as the ending of Divine Rivals, but we will get there. The ending of A River Enchanted involves a character making a decision for the right reason, but like it breaks not only that character's own heart, but that character's love interest's heart. It's like so deliciously tense, and I need to see how it all plays out. I'm so excited. This one, I did check the table of contents, is in fact 4 parts, so I will probably update you at the end of each one, unless I'm so incredibly riveted that I have to keep reading, but we will just have to see. I'm going to get all of my tasks for the day done and pick this up later on, so I will see you when I've made progress in it. Good morning, friends. It is February 4th, like 11:30 in the morning, and I'm here to tell you that I've read not just part 1, but also part 2 of A Fire Endless, because at some point yesterday, I apparently crossed over into part 2 and just didn't realize I did, so my bad. Yeah, I guess I'm halfway through this book, and I have an update for you. I'm enjoying this. I think I'm enjoying it slightly less than I enjoyed A River Enchanted. So it's kind of like the reverse of the Queen's Whatever series, where I liked the second one better than the first one. I think, at least in this first half, I prefer A River Enchanted. This book, it just, I don't know, something about it is keeping me from being fully immersed in it. Like, I still really like the characters, and I'm intrigued by the plot and everything, but like, I don't know, I just don't find myself becoming fully invested in it, which is weird because I was at least invested enough to not notice when I finished part 1 and started part 2, so who knows. But yeah, it's good. I am really enjoying it. I'm just not like wowed by it, you know? So that is pretty much it. I don't have super strong feelings about any aspect of it. I do really like, so I told you guys how the ending of the first book was a character making a decision that like broke two people's hearts, including the person who made the decision. And I do enjoy how those two characters have been dealing with it. I think that's very well done. We also have an illness plot in this. There's like a blight, a plague upon the land that I didn't expect, and that's something that I really enjoy reading about in books for some reason. I don't know why, but that is very intriguing. So I am excited to continue on, but I'm not like 100% I need to be reading this at every moment of the day kind of feeling about it, you know? The way I was with Dreams Lie Beneath, where I read almost 500 pages in a day. Yeah, we're definitely not at that here, but I am still really liking it. So, I will get going and see you maybe when I finish part 3, or maybe just at the end of the book. We'll see whatever happens. Hello, friends. I am back. It is nearing 5 p.m. still on Tuesday? Is today Tuesday? The 4th? I think it's Tuesday. I don't know. I have been reading all afternoon, and I'm here to let you know that I have finished A Fire Endless. This was so good. I definitely enjoyed the second half a lot more than the first half. I think I just needed to really get into it. The last act, specifically Act 3, was so well done. I didn't cry, but I definitely felt myself like welling up a little bit. It was really good and really sweet, and there's a little humor at the end, just so fun. I loved it a lot. I know that Jack and Adara, I think is maybe how her name is pronounced, Adaira. I know they're supposed to be like the main couple, but I do love them. I will say I do love them, but like Sidra and Torin, oh, I love them so much. And Frey, I think Frey might be my favorite character. And this was just really good, guys. It was a good conclusion to this duology. I really did enjoy it. I'm happy with how it ended. Now, I'm taking a break from reading. It's nearing dinner time, so I'm gonna have some dinner, maybe watch a movie. I'm kind of in the mood for a movie. And then, tonight, we will be starting the final book for this vlog already. I'm flying through these. Like Rebecca Ross, something's in her books that make them impossible to put down. But tonight, I will be starting Ruthless Vows. I'm so scared, you guys. I'm scared because Madison said she was scared for me. I'm scared. Oh my god. Divine Rivals was my #1 favorite book that I read last year. I am obsessed. I love it so, so much. It broke my heart in the best way possible. So, like, I'm nervous as to how this is going to play out. Oh god. How long is this? This is 417 pages, so longer than A Fire Endless, but shorter than the other 2 books that I read for this. So I have a feeling it's not going to take me very long to get through it if it's like these other books where I have to just keep reading to see what finds out. Oh my god, my heart. I don't know if I can take it. I don't know if I can take this book, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to read it, even if it destroys me. So I will be picking this up before bed. That is the plan. So for now, I will get going, and I will see you at some point with my thoughts and my emotions, because oh boy, will there be a lot of emotions. apologize if you can hear a car idling outside. It's been there for like the past 45 minutes, and that's so annoying, but there's nothing I can do about it. It is about noon on Wednesday, and I have finished part 1 of Ruthless Vows, so I'm almost 90 pages in, and I'm here to give you my first thoughts, and I'm devastated. Already, I'm like, Rebecca, what are you doing to me? Because I missed these characters so much, and they're going through a lot of pain and heartache because of things that happened at the end of Divine Rivals. And my heart aches for them. I have already felt like choked up at some points. There's someone being very loud outside that scared me. Wow. But yeah. We have read the first part now, and it is a lot of setup, but not in the way that the Queen's Resistance was. I feel like the first part of the Queen's Resistance was so much rehashing of what happened in book 1, which, like, I get. Sometimes there's a long gap between reading books, and someone doesn't want to reread the first one, you gotta refresh them on what happened. We do have that here, where we recap where we're at based on what happened in book 1, but it's less clunky and info dumpy, which makes sense because that was Rebecca Ross's second book and this is her 8th, so she's definitely improved as a writer and you can really see that. But we also really set the stage for things, and I really like this reversal that's happening. So spoiler alert for Divine Rivals, nothing major. It is something that is in the premise of the book, so you probably, if you've read the blurb, you already know about it, but basically there are these magical typewriters that allow people to like write to each other without having to send the letters. You just type it and then slip it under the door and it magically poofs off to this other person. And in Divine Rivals, the two people who are writing back and forth to each other, I'm not going to tell you who's who, but one character knows who the other one is, but the other doesn't know who that person is. In this book, it's flipped, so there's some things have happened. Not going to get into that because that's major spoiler territory, but we have two people writing to each other, and it's the other way around, where the person who didn't know last time does know, and the person who did know doesn't. I hope I made sense with that, but I think that's really cool. So we were already setting the stage for some things. We already have some tension going on. I'm excited to continue reading this. Like, oh man, am I excited. I'm trying not to look at the table of contents too much because the chapter titles might give things away, and there is a chapter title late in the book that I saw, and I don't remember what it is now, but I remember being like, oh, okay. But I will look at the table of contents, just the numbers right now, to see where the end of part 2 is. So part 1 was called The Magic Still Gathers, and part 2 is Drawn to the Flame, and it ends on page 179, so about 90 more pages. That should be very doable. I read like 30 pages last night and then 60 pages this morning, so 90 pages is kinda nothing. Although I guess that makes sense that they're all like 90 to 100 pages because this is 417 total, so a little bit more than 100 at some point for one of the sections, I guess. I'm rambling. I'm going to go have lunch and then get back to reading because, oh my god, can I not wait to see what happens with this book. Okay, friends, it is 5:45. I've done some reading, so now I'm done with part 2. It's not quite halfway. It's like 45% of the way through, but this is where the end of the part is, so it's where I'm updating you. I don't have much of an update, except to say that I am emotionally devastated and so stressed. So really, all I want to do right now is read, so I'm going to do that. So, yeah. Oh my god, this book. Rebecca Ross is killing me here. And you know what? I wouldn't want it any other way. is 8:20 p.m. Oh my god, I've finished part 3 of this book, so I've made more progress. I've got like, what page am I on? 290 to 417. I've got like 130-ish pages left to go. Also, I acknowledge that I have been in the bedroom for all of my updates today. I promise I've left the bedroom. Not a lot. I've been chilling in here because it's very cold in the office, so I've been hanging out where it's slightly warmer. But like, I just haven't been filming elsewhere in the apartment. But I have gotten up and done stuff. I've like had some food, played with the cats, the usual. But mostly I've been reading. I'm gonna scream. Like, oh my god. Oh, I'm so emotional. I'm so scared for what's gonna come in the last 100-ish pages of this book. Like, oh my god. I'm like at a loss for words, as you can probably tell. But yeah, I'm having a time. I'm having a time. That's really all that can be said. I really want to finish this up, which I probably will do tonight. It definitely can't linger. If I don't finish it tonight, then I will for sure be finishing it tomorrow morning, because tomorrow night is the Campaign 3 finale for Critical Role. And I'm not staying up for the whole thing, because that would be insane. This episode is 8.5 hours long, and seeing as it starts at 10 p.m. Eastern, it wouldn't end until 6:30 in the morning. I'm not gonna do that to myself, but I am gonna stay up for a little bit to watch it, and then finish it on Friday. I'm, like, scheduling the entire day off for Friday to watch this episode because I know it's going to emotionally devastate me. Who let me read this book before that happened? Like, so close in proximity? I don't know. I'm just stupid. I'm, like, so stressed for these characters. And the last chapter, right before the next section started, like, genuinely, my heart is pounding in my chest because of what just happened. And I can't tell you because it's almost 300 pages into the second book of the duology, and that would be such major spoilers. So I'm so stressed, you guys. I can tell you the names of the parts because I don't think I did that. Oh, there's a car going past. Interesting. Part 3 was called Wings in a Cage, and part 4 is called A Crescendo for Dreams. So, oh my god. I need a break. I think I'm gonna take a little break. Like I said, it's only 8:20. It's now 8:23 because I've been babbling. I'm just putting off the inevitable at this point. Like, it's something that I want so badly to get through. There's so many cars going. I swear there were not this many cars going by, but as soon as I started this update, everyone's going up my street, which it makes no sense because I live at the top of a hill on a one-way. Like, not a lot of traffic comes through here, but apparently when I'm filming, everybody's got to drive through. Anyway, this is something that I want so desperately to find out what happens, but also I'm so scared that I don't know if I can handle it. I truly do not know. But I really think I'm going to finish this tonight. So, the plan for right now, okay, I'm going to get a snack and watch a little bit of YouTube. I'm going to give myself half an hour. Yeah, half an hour sounds good. My boyfriend is out on a bike ride. He's probably not going to be back till late because it is a longer bike ride. He does this every week with his bike friends. This is a longer one, so at least I won't embarrass myself in front of him if I start bawling my eyes out. But yeah, I'm gonna give myself half an hour, have a nice snack, and watch a little bit of YouTube. I've been really into, like, decluttering and organization videos lately. It, like, comes and goes. Like, I'll be really into them for a couple of weeks, and then I won't watch any for months, and now I'm back into them. So I'll find one of those to watch while I eat my snack, and then at 9 o'clock, I will pick this back up and read the last part. Read part 4. And finish this book, which is, honestly, this was probably my most anticipated release of the year that isn't a new release, like my most anticipated backlist book, because of how much I loved Divine Rivals. So, that's the plan. That is the plan. I'm gonna go enact the plan I will see you when I finished this book. Keep me in your thoughts. I need all the gentleness from the universe that I can get right now.
Hello, friends. I have not yet finished Ruthless Vows, but I wanted to come on here because I'm crying. I'm crying so much that it's hard to read. Oh my god, I can barely even speak. And I'm out of water. I have to go refill that before I continue. I have about, like 80 pages? 85 pages left. I'm on the last page of chapter 44. Yeah, chapter 44. And it's just really hitting me. Oh, I feel absolutely ridiculous, but like I had to document this. Oh my god. I've said it before and I'll say it again. For me personally, my tastes, I think that the best books are the ones that make me cry. And here I am. It's okay. I'm fine. I can get through this. I might have a broken heart by the end of it. Oh my god. Okay. I'm going to refill my water and then I think move to the office because my boyfriend is on his way back from his bike ride and he might want to go to bed before me, and I'd rather do all my moving around now, and then if he does want to go to bed before me, I won't have to move everything to the office then. Yeah, sorry. I'm like I'm having a hard time thinking. But yeah, now, truly this time, I will see you when I have finished Ruthless Vows.
Hello, friends. It is 20 past 10, and I have just finished Ruthless Vows. My heart hurts so bad. This book was so beautiful, and the last bit absolutely ripped me apart. I need to just sit with this, with my feelings. Well, there were a couple of times where I literally was like out loud going no, 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 because of what was happening. I just couldn't believe it. God, it's such a bittersweet ending. Oh my god, I can't stop crying. It's such a bittersweet ending. And it's exactly the ending this kind of book needed. Oh my god. Oh my god. Will my eyes please cooperate? I'm tired of wiping my tears off. Wow. Yeah, I don't think I can close this vlog out right now. I'm just so So I'll definitely come back tomorrow to give this vlog a proper send-off, but like I needed to come back and show you what this book has done to me. Holy crap. Wow. Yeah, so that was Ruthless Vows. It was really good. Thumbs up. Would recommend. Especially if you're someone like me who enjoys when books make you cry. I'm so glad that this didn't disappoint. If Divine Rivals was as amazing as it was, and then this wasn't the follow-up it deserved, I would have been shattered. But like this is how you end this kind of series, this duology, whatever. Wow. And now I have to go return it to the library. Ugh. I need to get my own copies. Oh. Yeah, I need to go to bed. I need to finish my water, which I did refill, and do my bullet journal for the night, and then I need to go to bed. Wow. What a week it's been. It's only been 5 days. I read these 4 books in 5 days. Yeah. I'm gonna go. I am going to go take care of myself and recover, and I will be back tomorrow morning to close things out for you. So I will see you then when hopefully I'm not bawling my eyes out. Good morning, friends. It is like 9:30 on Thursday. I slept terribly last night. I am exhausted, but that is neither here nor there. I said I would come to finish out this vlog when I was not crying, so here I am. Oh, the bags under my eyes are really bad. That's rough. Yeah, that was part 2 of my Rebecca Ross vlog with a bonus book that wasn't part of the duologies I was finishing up, and I had a really good time. Good time. Cut to the last clip where I was literally sobbing. Anyway, I did really enjoy these books. Some more than others. The highlights were definitely Dreams Lie Beneath and Ruthless Vows, and I'm so sad that I have to go return these to the library now. Like, genuinely? Hello? There's a train and it startled me. I'm so sad that I have to bring these back. Like, I want to just put them on my shelf so I can look at them forever and remember them, but I'll just have to get my own copies at some point. I was going to go to the library today, but it is currently sleeting outside, and I'm not going out in that kind of weather. You could not make me. So, instead, I will go tomorrow. I have to go grocery shopping tomorrow. And the library's not like a drive-to place, it's a walk-to kind of place. So, like, maybe when I get back from grocery shopping? Ugh. I really wish I could have done this today, but that's fine. I will drop these off. I have a couple of books to pick up, so that's exciting. But yeah, that is it for everything that I wanted to do here in this vlog and more, because we got that bonus book. I now only have one Rebecca Ross book to read from her backlist. It is Sisters of Sword and Song, I think is what it's called, or Sisters of Song and Sword, one of those two. So I will read that probably pretty soon because of how much I've enjoyed almost all of her other books. We will admit that the Queen's Rising series is not my favorite, but it's also not terrible. It's a debut series, but everything else I've read from her I've really, really enjoyed. So I will definitely pick that up. Then I heard that there's a spin-off from Divine Rivals that's coming out in September. That's really exciting. So I will get my little grabby hands on that as soon as possible. Rebecca Ross definitely has become one of my favorite authors. Like, she's just amazing. I'm in awe of everything she does. But yeah, we have now come to the end of this vlog. If you've enjoyed it, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. You can subscribe to my channel for more content, and that way I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, everyone!